There is a group of men and women standing up just like Isaiah did when God says, "Whom shall I send and who will go for us?" saying, "Here am I, send me." It's a group of people who see that God is on the move. He is up to something. Now, I can't even begin to tell you what I think he's going to do or what his plans are, because his plans have always been higher than my plans. And oftentimes when I think I know what God's up to, he pulls a couple surprises on me. And we've all seen that. But what I do know is that he is uniting the remnant, a group of men and women who will stand up for Jesus Christ in the face of adversity during times of tribulation. It's a rare group of people. I've said this in past videos. If you live in a town of 10,000 people, there's probably 2 of you that are like you. You might go to church with thousands of people, but there's not many people who will do anything God asks them to do, just like Isaiah did. Now again, I can't tell you what the plans are, but I can say that when God said, make an announcement, blow a trumpet, say, hey, if you're in, email below. And we received well over 1,000 emails of people around the country and around the world saying that they've been, like, they have a heart for obedience. They have a heart to be about their Father's business. They want the things that God wants. The things that break God's heart breaks their heart. There's people that are just very unique, and it's not the cruise ship Christians that just show up on Sunday, they throw a couple bucks in the plate, mission accomplished. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is men and women who are ready to be a part of the remnant of Jesus Christ that God has always left on the earth. There's always been a remnant. And God speaks of this remnant. It's the warring of the saints in times of tribulation, of people uniting. And God He's moving, He's doing something, and I believe He's uniting the remnant. What I don't know exactly what the next steps are. I do know that we have an email full of thousands of people saying, we're in. When God said, whom shall I send and who will go for us? At least 1,000 or more people said, here am I, send me. Now, what we're doing with those emails is, just so you know, myself, my wife, and my oldest daughter, there's a lot of them. We're going through all of them. We're trying to put them on one big list, and then I'm going to attempt to send out an email before the end of this week. So before the end of the day on Friday, as soon as we can get that list compiled and we can kind of figure out how all this works, I'm going to send out an email. Just making sure you got it, that you kind of that's the beginning of these communications. Now again, I don't know what his next steps are, and God has clearly told me that in this I'm showing you one step at a time. And I believe there's a time where we're all going to have to unite. We all need to know each other, whether it's nationally or internationally, whatever that may be, and a communication, a way for all of us, because when I say you live in a town of 10,000 people and there's like 2 of you, what that looks like is you're alone. And that's not what God wanted. The enemy has scattered us. There was a great scattering that took place, and a lot of it was because of the shepherds, because of those who have shepherded us into believing that this cruise ship church is the way to go. And we found ourselves kind of estranged from the rest of the people around us. And that but you got to know, there is a remnant. There is people that are just like you, and I didn't know there were so many. I wasn't sure, when I sent out that video, I wasn't sure if 15 people respond or no people, but what we got well over 1,000 people responding, saying that this is us. They get it. They understand that when God says, hey, I need to send somebody, they said, well, here am I, send me. There's not that many people like that. And I've said in the past video, I know a lot of people that are good people. They're spiritual warriors. But to be like that, I really only know one other person like that. And it's, I know a lot of Christians, but I only know one other person in my whole little world around me that's like that. And I think a lot of you have the same stories, and well, thousands of you do apparently. So Again, that's I just wanted to communicate. I got your emails. Please be patient with me. My wife, my second oldest daughter, and myself, we're all putting that together in a list. We're kind of tag teaming on it. And then once we get that compiled, we will then, I'll send out an email before Friday this week to let you know communication is now open. And now the remnant can begin to talk amongst each other. And that's really what God said would happen in Jeremiah, and it's happening, and we're watching it happen, and it's really kind of a beautiful thing. So, again, email, the link is below. Email, I'm in. That's all you got to do. It's God is saying, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" And there's a large group of men and women saying, "Here am I, send me," and it's really awesome. I can't wait to see what it is God is going to do with this. I believe it's going to be bigger than anything any of us could have ever dreamed of. So, love to hear your thoughts on it. Again, if that's you, email below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns, and as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.